morning. Good morning. Let us stand if you feel like standing. Only do what you feel, what comes natural. And we sing together a morning song. When they are home, when they are home, when they are, oh, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. When they are home, when they are home, when they are, oh, 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 hey, bow down in the presence of pure majesty. We invite the great spirits to saturate the atmosphere with the Holy Spirit of life. When they are home, when they are home, when they are, oh, 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 hey, yeah. As a collective, we seal the atmosphere with our breathe that in.
Isn't that wonderful way to start the morning with a collective breath and that beautiful song? So if you're here for the first time, that is the Cherokee Morning Song. We do that in homage to my maternal grandparents who are Cherokee. The Cherokee words mean I am of the Great Spirit. Ah, what a beautiful, wonderful way to start out the day in the morning. And what a beautiful day it is, isn't it? And yesterday was Earth Day. Did we all get out and experience that? Get our feet in the sand, our feet in the grass, and do some earthing and some grounding. You know, there are so many benefits to actually putting our feet and our fins in the earth. It's anti-inflammatory. It reduces stress. It's amazing. It helps you with your blood pressure. I mean, just do it. You know, just do it. I posted some pictures from our last year's trip to Sedona, Arizona, because that is a place that is wonderful in my heart, that I love being there in nature in Sedona and the red rocks and the vortices. And somebody said, you're going to be at Circus tomorrow because I see you in Sedona. I said, no, I'm not there now. I was there last year. So then I went up with the memories of a beautiful time in Sedona. How wonderful it is to just get in nature and for us to be here in this beautiful place where we can look out and see the bay and see the sand and the sun and the water. What an amazing time and space to be here. So we pay homage to Great Spirit and the Cherokee people by singing the Cherokee Morning Song. And then here at the New Thought Community of Gulfport, we are a non-denominational New Thought community brought together in love. We came together first in the backyard, then we moved to the rec center, and then we moved here into the casino. And we totally love this sacred space that is a normal place that we have created into a sacred space. When we come to this space, we are members of the World Parliament, the Parliament of World Religions. We are also a member of the Association of Global New Thought that was founded by Michael Beckwith. So we do all those beautiful, wonderful teachings, those interfaith teachings, those New Thought teachings of science of mind And the unity movement here in the United States started in the late 1800s. So we also like to honor Myrtle and Charles Fillmore by doing the great invocation in the morning that was written by Charles Fillmore. So if you'll stand with me, we will do the great invocation. We are now in the presence of purity and immersed in the Holy Spirit of life, love, and wisdom. We acknowledge thy presence and thy power, O blessed Spirit. In thy divine wisdom, now erase our mortal limitations, and from thy pure substance of love, bring into manifestation our world according to thy perfect law. And it is such a wonderful, perfect law. I had a beautiful conversation. I want to welcome back Maria, who came back to Gulfport from Brazil, so she's back with us. Welcome back Sarah from India, who's been 6 months in India and is back here. So, you know, we have our snowbirders come, then our snowbirders leave, and then other people come. So it's a constant flow. It's a constant flow. And those that are snowbirders that have gone back home, thank you so much for joining us online, because I know you are right here with us. Even though you're joining via the live stream, what a beautiful technology allows us to come together. So if you are here for the first time, please remain standing. And our greeters are going to bring to you a gift and also a golden ticket, which is our way to stay in touch with you if you would like. You can fill that out and stay in touch with us via our newsletter and invitations to our beautiful showcases. We have a Gulfport showcase coming up with Tony and Sal. Yes. And that's on May 13th, so tickets are available now for that. Over there with the wonderful Miss Kathy. Yes. And we have a special guest today, so we're going to be getting to that soon, and you all are going to be so excited. I can't wait to introduce her to you. But first I want Bill to come up, our Board of Trustees president, and we're going to do the good news now. We're going to do the good news now. Instead of waiting, because we just can't wait.
Well, the reason we're doing the good news now is we have a special request of our tribe and our community. So as all of you know, in the fall of 2022, we helped bring food in for Love Thy Neighbor to fill the pantry. So I received a call and a text and a visit from Joanne Bracchio, who said, we need help. I said, Joanne, what is it that you need? And she said, we need help stocking the pantry again. I said, great. Let me go back and speak to Reverend Kim. Let me speak to everyone on Sunday, and this is what we'd like to propose. Next Sunday and Friendship Sunday, which is the next 2 Sundays, we're asking people to bring in pantry items to fill and stock Love Thy Neighbor's pantry. So the question is, what do they need? So Reverend Kim and I sat down and we spoke with Joanne, and she said, there are things that we have too much of. I said, what do you have too much of? Beans and rice. Got it. I said, what is it that you need? We need cereal. We need healthy foods like applesauce, canned goods, soups, easy things for people to prepare. Pasta. It can be something with rice, just don't bring a bag of rice. So what's happened is a lot of low-end items get donated from different places, boxes and boxes of black beans and rice. But what happens is people aren't looking for that because they have access to that. So cereal primarily is one of the big things children don't have. Some other healthy snacks. And what we did last time is people brought items in, and it can be nuts, it can be snacks, it can be cookies, it can be things that are individually wrapped. Anything that you think a family or think in the minds of children might enjoy, this is what this Love Thy Neighbor pantry is fulfilling. And the beauty of that is there are people in our community that have gone over to Love Thy Neighbor and have assisted with the pantry. So it's really from the heart that we're asking for this. So next week and the following week, we'll have donation tables set up. You don't have to worry about taking it to Love Thy Neighbor. We'll facilitate that for you.
Yes.
So.
And so just so you know, we send people there all the time.
We do.
Like in the last 2 weeks, I had 3 people call me saying, Reverend Kimberly, we need assistance, we need help, what can you all do? And so I always send them to Love Thy Neighbor. And I say, go over to Love Thy Neighbor. I give them the address. And I said, and if nobody's there, there's a big phone number on the front door. You can call it, and Joanne will meet you there, usually in about 10 minutes or so. And you can go in and shop. So we send people. People come to us asking us for those resources. We send people there. So I think also when you're thinking of what foods to get are good to get, you know, I raised 2 boys and now I have 2 grandsons. After school snacks, your kids eat lunch at school. Sometimes they eat breakfast and lunch. When they come home from school in the afternoon, they are ravenous. You know, they are ravenous. Yeah. So, you know, something they can easily do for themselves too. You know, with the pop-pop, like SpaghettiOs.
That's it,
SpaghettiOs. And I know that's not the greatest healthy option, but, you know, it is an option that has, you know,
and it's easy for kids and young people to, if the parent isn't there, it's something that they can easily warm up in the microwave. You had a question?
Well, we do have animal rescues, but this is not a drive for pet food. We do have animal rescues that we help out, and especially in the holidays. But Liz Wood, last time I asked her what they needed, she said, we're good.
Okay.
She said, we're good.
This is primarily for families and children stocking the pantry.
Yeah.
So if anyone's inclined to bring in a couple bags and it's in your car next Sunday, leave it in your car, or we can send someone out to get it so you don't have to schlep it in. And we just want to make sure the next 2 weeks that we're doing this pantry drive for Love Thy Neighbor. If you have any questions, we'll be around after service. I can answer those specifically.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
So, and then the last thing is, real quick, just another plug for Tony and Sal. So Tony is flying in from Nashville for this Tony and Sal show. So anyone that's inclined.
And I saw Davey is going to be
doing drums.
Oh,
So he's got
awesome.
2 boys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's exciting.
Yeah.
So that's the good news, and it was really more of a ask, but it's still good news that we know that we can change people's lives by what we do.
And it's part of our neighbor to neighbor initiative, neighbor to neighbor campaign, that we do our backpacks of love and hope, and we stock the Love Thy Neighbor pantry. And you know, how great is it that we stocked it in the fall and they're just now running out of that stuff? Because when I go over there, I mean, we gave them so much and stocked it.
You
so
guys
well.
did such an amazing job. It was really incredible. So thank you.
So it looks like it might start being a 2-time-a-year thing. It's been, you know,
Or 4.
yeah, or 4, yeah. Because we're going to give the backpacks out, and we've done the shoes, and we're doing the backpacks, and now we're doing the pantry again. So, yeah.
Thank you. All right.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So now, yeah, we'll put it back over to our motion so we can have every praise.
Every praise is to our God. Every word of worship is one accord. Every praise is to our God. Say hallelujah to our God. Hallelujah. Glory, hallelujah, is to our God. Every praise is to our God. Sing it again. Every praise is to our God. Every word of worship is one accord. Every praise is to our God. Sing hallelujah. Sing
now it is my pleasure to introduce to you a friend of mine who is a fabulous being of light in this universe. And she's also a beautiful, wonderful author. She's written 5 books, 7 books, 5 books on channeling Mary Magdalene. So that's what she's going to talk to us about today. And then after service, she's going to do a book lecture, an author lecture, and also do a meet and greet and sign those books. And they're right there at the table in the back. So it's a beautiful opportunity for you to get to know her better. She's just been in Hawaii, having a wonderful spiritual sabbatical, spending her time out there. How fabulous is that? Woo. Yeah, just breathe that in. On that Hawaiian air and Hawaiian goodness. So come on up, Kim Cynthia. Kimberly Ray. Almost as tall as me. Yes, almost.
Hear it. It's not on. No.
It's so nice to follow that song. I love that song. It's just still playing in my head. Greetings, everybody. My name is Kim Cynthia, and I'm the author, and I'm a trans-channel medium and a psychic clairvoyant medium of the book titled The Untold True Story of Mary Magdalene in Her Own Words. As a trans-channel, I step aside and allow Mary or whoever I'm channeling to come into my body and take control and speak through my body. A lot of the information that is shared in this book that I wrote with Mary is not recorded in history, in the Gospels, in the Bible, etc. She was purposely left out because she was a strong woman, and women did not have a voice as it was a patriarchal society, and because of fear and control. At this time on the new earth, we are finally breaking through so much religious dogma, societal conditioning, false matrix systems, as awakening to divine light and the divine truth within. Mary asks that you read her truth in this story with an open heart and an open mind with no expectations. She feels it is time that her truth be told. You can feel Mary's essence and her energy with the words spoken. Her words are filled with her essence and the sacred Magdalene pose. I have had people tell me when they read the book when Mary does appear, and she said then they begin working with her. So it's almost like a gateway, an opening for them. I will be giving a talk about the book and doing the book signing immediately following the service. I look forward to you joining me if you feel called to. I will have books available for purchase. And thank you, everybody, and Magdalene blessings. Mary is everything we're all here, and we all were called here at this time for a reason. It's time. It's time. Thank you.
This is what the front of the book looks like. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to do one of my originals from Tony and Sal. Actually wrote this for another spiritual center that I was a member of in Columbus, Ohio, so another Center for Spiritual Living. Didn't get a chance to do it, so I'm excited to do it here today. And there's 4, we want all you guys to join in. So there's 4 important things to remember when we start in with the cards. Happiness, harmony, togetherness, and positivity. So you guys just remember those and you can sing along with us. There's always bumps and bruises along the way, but that doesn't mean that we're here to stay. So listen very hard to me, move your feet. The world is full of endless possibilities. Here we go! Happiness.
harmony, togetherness, positivity, happiness, harmony, togetherness, positivity.
Don't listen to the downers who say no way. It's more important what you do than what you say. So all you do is sing a song along with me. It's a game I play, I call it positivity. Here we go!
Harmony, togetherness, positivity, happiness, harmony, togetherness, positivity, harmony, togetherness, positivity, harmony, togetherness, positivity.
Even when the sky turns gray and I can't find my way, I close my eyes and realize that nothing can get in my way to shine my light another day.
Harmony, togetherness, positivity, happiness, harmony, togetherness, positivity, happiness, harmony, togetherness, positivity, happiness, harmony, togetherness, positivity, harmony, togetherness, positivity, harmony, togetherness, positivity.
Thank you. Hot mics everywhere. Gives us that old. Earth Day yesterday. I'm wearing my green goddess today. We celebrate that out of nothing came something. Out of nothing came something pretty fabulous and pretty amazing. The consciousness of all beings. And that just so mind-blowing when we actually think about it. Out of nothing, we create something. That's what this community did. Out of seemingly nothing, we created this beautiful, wonderful community. With happiness, harmony, togetherness, and positivity. That's the recipe for a magical life. Yes. To believe in magic is to live a magical life. A magical life is yours when you co-create your life with God and allow all your good to manifest. That's a quote by me several years ago. It sounds like I made it up just for today. So embrace a magical life. Embrace happiness. Embrace harmony. Embrace togetherness. Embrace positivity in your life, in your professional life, in your social life, of personal success. Because if you are living that magical life with happiness, positivity, togetherness, and harmony and balance, you will have personal success and abundance. Because you know what? When you're living like that, you've got goals. You've got goals. You know, my younger life was all about goal setting and reaching those goals. setting goals of what you want to accomplish and then reaching. And I still have goals. I have goals. You have goals. We all have goals. And in life, that's a good thing. You know, I've had some people say, oh, no, you should just go with the flow. I agree, go with the flow, but you gotta have goals. You gotta have a direction. You gotta have a plan. You gotta have a purpose. To breathe is a beautiful goal. To be happy. To be happy. Being a peaceful and loving being is a beautiful goal and a beautiful purpose. And your purpose is steadfast, and it is the reason you are uniquely you. Your purpose is strong. You are uniquely you, because we all have a purpose, and that purpose is unique to each of us. It goes well beyond our goals and our roles in life. What brings you true joy and what comes easy to you, that's your purpose. That thing that you do that people say, you're a natural. You're a natural at that. You make it look so easy. It seems effortless to you. You're wondering why everybody else thinks it's such a big deal. But some people find being a salesperson, being out there, being in marketing is so easy and effortless. They shine at it. And then somebody else will say, oh, I can never do that. But then someone can stand up and sing a song. And everybody says, how can you do that? I could. That's how I tell Owen. Don't you know I'm not going home or singing? I know I'm just singing, but I don't want everybody hearing that. Because I think I'm a singer. As soon as the song's off, you cut my mic off. You're natural. You make it look so effortless because that's your purpose. How many of you have found your purpose in this life? It may not be what you do for money, what you do to pay the mortgage, buy the groceries, pay the car payment, support yourself and support your family. That may be your job, and you have a separate purpose. And some people, their purpose is their job. So, let me tell you that. When you begin to live your purpose every day, you will find that abundance flows to you with ease and grace. It does. When you are doing what you do so effortlessly that people recognize and see, oh man, you are meant to do that. Look how easily you do it. Abundance flows. Abundance flows every way to you, through you, all around you. When you are clearly aligned with your purpose and vibrationally aligned with Source, that becomes the point where you can formulate goals and co-create your life with God. That's when you take notice. You awaken to know that you are happy, that you are in harmony, that you are in balance, in togetherness, and that you have that positivity because you are in alignment with life itself. Becoming clear on what it is you want, clear on your unique purpose. You open your being to align with God. You find magic. You see that magic begins to happen in your life. You have every praise because you know you are in alignment. You see that magic everywhere. Goals are reached, success comes easy, abundance flows to you, your life flows with ease and grace. Is your life flowing with ease and grace right now, today? Is it? Can you say yes? It is. Yes. It is. Yes. Today, right here and right now, my life is flowing with ease and grace. I'm living my purpose. But if you sank a little lower in your chair just then, you kind of melted right into that chair. Just think, what are you resisting? What are you blocking? Why are you not allowing your life to flow? Because it's always your choice. You allow life to flow through you, around you, just as you allow God to flow through you, around you, with you. So why would you not be allowing your life to flow? Are you holding on to harmful habits? Are you holding on to toxic people? Or are you letting them fall away? Fall away freely because they're blocking your good. You know, we can slough off. You know, just slough it off. Just let it fall off. And water off the duck's back. You know, you're walking like that. Just let it roll on off. Because when you hold on to it, you're blocking your good. Are you reaching and grasping and trying to hold on to something you know is not good for you because you fear the unknown? Throwing out that life ring and pulling it back into you. Like you let it go, but then you toss out that ring and you pull it back. You pull it back, you hold on because you imagine that what you know, even though it's not good for you, is better than what you don't know. That happens so much in life. We recognize something is not good for us. We release it and we let it go. We burn it up in the burning hole. But then we get a little nervous. We get a little scared to step out into the world without that comfort. Because we become comfortable, even though it's not good for us. Fear of the unknown. Xenophobia. It's a basic fear for many humans. For most of us, fear of the unknown is innate. It's in our DNA. It's in our brain. It's in our soul. You know, fear of the unknown, it's how our ancestors had to survive. Because they were looking around every tree, looking outside the cave, looking around every rock to see if a bear or a mountain lion was going to jump out on them. Because they had to survive. We don't have to do quite that anymore. And yet we do. We do. You know, fear of the dark. That's a basic fear that a lot of humans have. Fear of the dark. Fear of what's out there. What's out there? Because is it for me or is it against me? Fear. False evidence appearing real. Do you have some false evidence appearing real in your life? Fear is caused by negative thinking fueled by anxiety. Negative thinking fueled by anxiety. So, I don't know, that's not there. I know this, it's not the best for me, but I'm comfortable with it. It's become my comfort zone. Can I really just release that, let it go, and walk forward into positivity? Because fear will keep you from your good, and fear will keep you from your magical life. Fear will keep you from the happiness, from the togetherness that comes with love and peace, from the harmony and the balance and the positivity. Fear can be the wall that keeps you from that. Conquer that fear and see the false evidence for what it is. You may say, how do I do that? Okay, so you're saying, let go of that, get rid of that. How do I do that? By aligning with Source. It's always the answer. Allowing yourself to align with Source. When you pray, when you meditate, when you sit in your God time and connect with your divine Creator, you will dispel the anxiety and then the fear, and you will be able to see with clarity. Those goals, though. These goals. You gotta have a purpose, a plan. And when I'm coaching someone, when I'm doing success coaching, whether it's an athlete or a business person or a congregant, when I'm coaching, and I know all of you that also do coaching work out there, you give me a or an amen or a hallelujah right here, because you're going to hear some truth. when coaching someone and I ask them, what is your purpose? What are your goals? What do you want to accomplish with this coaching? I generally get the Care Bear stare. You've seen it. You've probably even done it in your life. Woo! Those eyes wide open, the heart wide open, the Care Bear stare. See, now you know how old my sons are. No concrete answer coming anytime soon. They're giving me that stare that says, I don't know. I don't know. They don't want to say those words, so they just give me the stare, fidgeting and looking everywhere but at me. Am I right? They can tell you all day long what they don't want. They can tell you all day long what they don't want in life. But it's hard to pinpoint what it is you do want. And until you get that clarity, you can't let go of the fear. Many people get overwhelmed with that idea of stating their goals or of even having them and finding their purpose. They're embarrassed sometimes to say them out loud because they're afraid they will be judged for having too lofty a goal. Oh, so you think you can do that? Well, yeah, I know I can, because when I'm in alignment with Source, there are endless possibilities. Infinite. Endless. There are no limits except what I choose to put on myself. So let's do it together right now and claim it. Let's put co-creating our life with God into a practical application right here and right now. Close your eyes. Breathe in. Do you have a purpose that is driving your goals? Breathe that in. Think about it for just a moment. Come on, you got it. Now open your eyes and breathe into that thought. What is my purpose? True motivation is driven by meaning and purpose. Our purpose is our why. It's why we're here. In order to really stay the course, to reach our goals, we have to understand the purpose, the why of the goal. To co-create your life with God, you must know your purpose. To be successful, you've got to know what it is you want. Not just that I want to be successful. That is not your purpose. That is not your goal. That is a side effect. That's what comes from it. But that is not the goal. That is not the purpose. So you have to know it. You have to feel it. You have to come to it yourself, because nobody else can do it for you. You have to come to it specifically, exactly, and know that you are here for a reason that is unique and individual and special, just like you. God created each and every one of us to thrive, to be happy, to be in harmony and in balance, in togetherness, and to be in positivity, just like Sal's song said this morning. And then we are unstoppable. We were not created to be ordinary. Not any one of us was created to be ordinary. We were created to thrive. Created for a particular purpose. Now, if you're working at a job you dislike just for a paycheck, and I know life happens, and sometimes we are. We don't have everything in alignment, but we're getting there. We're working for it. And so if you find yourself working at a job that's not really resonating with you, but it is a paycheck, I'm not saying quit that job. I guarantee, though, that is not your purpose. And your magical life is not manifesting with ease and grace. But you stay in that job, get that paycheck, until you come to your purpose within you, and you release the fear, and you walk in alignment with Source. And if you are, if that is your life, that you're working in that job just for that paycheck, you're not living your purpose, you probably end up with too much money at the end of your money. And too much money left, and it's the end of your money. And life seems to be struggle a lot of the time because you're not in alignment. But when you come into alignment, there is that natural law that we talk about in the Great Invocation. There is that natural law of flow. There is that natural law of abundance and prosperity. Shift into living your purpose, what you do effortlessly. What people say, that you come so naturally, and you begin to co-create with God, and prosperity will follow. Vibrate at the higher frequency when you are living in your joy. When you're living in your joy, you're vibrating so high. I posted those pictures of me in Sedona. Dr. Debbie's first comment was, those are such high vibration pictures. Because she could see, she could feel. I was in my element. I love to be out in nature. I love it. I love to get my feet on the rocks, my feet in the sand, my feet in the grass, in the dirt, my hands in the dirt. Because that grounding and centering, it is so personal and so important. We are made up of energy. I know you've heard me say that. I know you've heard everybody say that. We're all energy all the time. Well, you know, the whole world is energy all the time. And sometimes we have big thunderstorms. And sometimes we have a lot of lightning. What is that lightning? So it's energy, but it's doing something. What's it doing? We are made up of positive and negative ions. The earth is negative ions, which is a good thing. Those positive ions get so chaotic. They get so moving around so fast. They get so chaotic in our life that sometimes nature says, I gotta let go of some of this stuff. So the lightning is nature releasing those positive ions and grounding them into the earth. So those positive ions that can overwhelm us, that can create our life into such a chaotic mess. We gotta ground them. We got to send them down to Mother Earth. And the way we do that is to take off our shoes and walk on the beach. Because when we get ourselves in that sand, in the dirt, when we put ourselves on the grass, when we put ourselves there, we are grounding those positive ions that are so chaotic into the negative ions of Mother Earth. And there becomes a balance and a harmony in that. And then we are calm and we are peaceful. Don't you feel calm after you go for a walk on the beach with your bare feet? You know, we weren't meant to spend all day with rubber-soled shoes on or in a car with 4 rubber tires that are insulating us from the earth. We weren't meant to do that way. Some people can go a day, a week, a month, a year without ever actually putting their feet and hands in the earth. That's hard to imagine, but there are people that do. They get up out of bed, they put their clothes on, they put their shoes on, they walk out onto their concrete driveway, they get in their car, they drive with the rubber tires that are insulating them from being grounded. They get out, they go into their office, they sit in their office, they do their work, they come out, they get in their car again, they go back home, they go in their house, they fix dinner, they eat dinner. They never spend any time with their feet in the sand, their feet in the grass, their feet in the dirt. So what are all of those positive ions doing? They just go crazy. They're just, oh, we gotta ground them, we gotta center them, we gotta do some earthing. We gotta do some earthing. And what better time than right now during Earth Day to do that? Because when you do, your good will flow to you. Water flows and follows the path of least resistance. The same principle is true of abundance. Allow yourself to live in the joy of your purpose and co-create with God, and all your good will flow to you. Happiness will flow to you. Harmony will flow to you. Togetherness will flow to you. And positivity will flow to you. When you're not clear on your purpose, you live your life by default. Life happens. Life happens to you instead of you living it. That blue screen that's constantly loading with the circle going round and round and round, and you get so impatient. Are you living your life like that? Because if you're not living life with a purpose, you are. You're living your life by default, just letting whatever is out there come to you, rather than going out for what you want to go for. And if that's how your life is sometimes, you aren't getting anywhere. And you need a reboot. You gotta get those shoes off and go get in the earth. Go get on the earth. Touch it, feel it, be with it. And I need you to understand that you are not here to live like that. You are not here to live your life by default, by spinning your wheels. You're here to live. You're here to thrive in a magical life, co-created with God. I'm grateful to know my purpose. In Proverbs 19:21, the Bible says, "Many are the plans in a man's heart, but it is God's purpose that prevails." Many are the plans. We can make so many plans, but God's purpose will prevail. But do you know what it is? Do you know God's purpose for each of us is unique and different? You've got to know what it is for you. I'm grateful to know my purpose. I'm grateful to stand in alignment with Source, and that God prevails in my life. And I don't merely exist or survive, I thrive. So say with me right now, I thrive. I am pure potentiality. There are endless opportunities and infinite possibilities when we co-create with God. We are that pure potentiality. True nature, living the joy of your purpose, the closer you get to that pure potentiality that is ours when we co-create a magical life with God. Our reference point is our own spirit and the Christ consciousness, or source energy, or God within us, not what we experience. Haven't we all heard, "Oh, he has great potential"? Oh, she's got great potential. Great potential, if only they could tap into it. If only they could tap into that great potential and live up to it. Are you living up to it? Are you tapping in to your pure potentiality? If you're not, and you're saying, how do I do that? By aligning with Source. By being grounded in Mother Earth and centered with Father Sky. Coming together, aligned with Source. Living in our joy. Living in your joy, life is effortless. So where are you on that life journey? I want you to do a little thing with me right now. I want you to hold up your left hand and line with your shoulder there and say, that's the marker for where you were yesterday. That's where you were in the past. Then hold up your right hand. That's the marker for tomorrow, your future, and what's in between. Right now. Right now. Right here and right now. That's what's in between. What are you doing with that? It's the present. It's here. It's now. Are you present with it? You know, in the kids' movie, Kung Fu Panda. See, I'm a mom. I'm a grandmother. Yeah. And there's so much wisdom there if you allow it. Master Oogway said, yes. And actually it's an ancient Chinese proverb, but Master Oogway said, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery. We are now in the present. It's a gift. And that's why it's called the present. It's a gift. So what are you doing with your present in this present moment? Breathe in. Take it and place it in your heart, this present moment. Living to your full potential and pure potentiality. That's where I want to be. How about you? Living in the pure potentiality that what you can co-create with God is a magical life. A life that is unique and individual to you and your gifts and your joy. Living that, and you are breathing rare air, my friend. You are breathing rare air. I used to have a coach that when the first time I got ever ranked on the world list, you know, and I come in at number 2. So my coach came and she brought me the magazine that showed the list, you know. She said, "You're on the list." She said, "You are breathing rare air, Kim. You are breathing rare air. You and Sarah are the 2 best high jumpers in the world right now in this moment. Breathing that rare air. Nobody else can breathe it. So when you are living your magical life, you're breathing rare air. You will be successful beyond your imagination. You know, when they say, you know, she's got potential, she's got potential. Because I went from being an athlete to being a United States Marine, and while I was a Marine, I was also an athlete, but I was a Marine first. And my job in the Marine Corps was aviation electronics. I was in aviation electronics on the F-4s and F-18s. I worked on what was called the TACAN, which is Tactical Air Navigational System that we now call a GPS. You know, it's a tell the pilots where they are. Where are they? And then I also worked on a piece of equipment called IFF, Identification Friend or Foe. So it would tell them, oh, there's a dip on the radar coming up over there. Is that a friend or is it a foe? So critical piece of equipment, top secret piece of equipment, codes changed on it, sometimes by the hour, sometimes by the day, because we didn't want the enemy to know the code to that piece of equipment so they could sneak up and act like a friend when they were a foe. You know, so, but I had so much potential. When I came out of the Marine Corps and I started my own business and was doing electronic security, because electronics are electronics. No matter what they're doing, if it's a fire alarm, if it's a security system, if it's an airplane, doesn't matter, electronics are the same. They're all the same. So I said, well, okay, so I've got to learn how to market me. I've got to learn how to market because I lived in East Tennessee, not a great booming place for somebody who works on CAT-cans, you know. So I had to find something that was relevant and relatable because I had 2 young boys to support. So now I have to find something relevant and relatable. So I sent out letters. You know, I was doing work for Walmart, doing service work for Target, doing this work. And so I sent a letter out to some of the area businesses, the regional businesses, because I didn't want to travel because I got 2 little boys. So I sent some letters out saying, hey, I'm a security company and I would love to do your work. I'd love to do your service work and I'd love to do your installs in your new stores. Well, this regional grocery store chain called and said, hey, we'll have an appointment with you. And I was like, really? Woo! I've got this potential now, I've got to put it to use, you know. So I called my dad. My dad came and spent the night with me and the boys because I had to get up at the crack of dawn and drive over the mountain to go to their corporate office. And I drove across the mountain, had my meeting with them. My dad's getting my boys up into school, but I know they're in great hands, so here I am. And I know I've got to be back in time to pick them up from school. So I've got this meeting at 10 a.m. And I go in with my suit and my briefcase, all the potential in the world. But I'm a one-woman company. It's just me with 2 little boys. Whew. I go do a service call while they were in school, come pick them up from school, sit down and type out my invoice and fax it in, then go get the parts the next morning, go do another service call while they were in school. I was a businesswoman while they were in school and mom when they were home. and my youngest was in kindergarten. And so I've got all this potential, and I'm a mom, and I know I need to have this contract in order to get my boys all the things they want, all the things I want. Open the doors wide open for that pure potentiality. So I go walking in, and they sit down, and they said, well, you know, you've done a few service calls for us. We love on my letterhead, because I was a Marine, and because I was an athlete, on my letterhead, it was a triangle. My logo was a triangle with 2 gold medals suspended in the middle of it. So, and it said, excellence is our standard. That was my catchphrase. Excellence is our standard. He said, we love the work that you've done for us. You're dependable, you're there, we love it. So here's what we have proposed for you. We would love you to do all of our new installs for all the new stores, and we're about to expand up into the Washington, D.C. area, all around the Beltway. So are you licensed in Maryland, and are you licensed here, licensed in Virginia, Maryland? I said, I'll get licensed there. And then they said, and we want you to do all of our service work for the whole and all of our new installs. I said, all right, I can do that. I signed the contract knowing I'm a one-woman company with a minivan, with a long van, and I walk out, and that's back in the days when you had the bag phones. You know, you guys remember those, the bag phones that you had? We didn't have cell phones that were separate. They were in a little bag plugged into the lighter. And so I get my bag phone, and I called my dad, and I said, Dad, I got the contract. He said, congratulations, Kim. I said, I don't know what I'm going to do now, though. What am I going to do now? He said, you're going to put an ad in and hire some people. So that's what I did. And then it's history, you know. It was here. It was a mystery. Then I took that moment of pure potentiality in the present and said, yes, I can do that. I dispelled the fear and the anxiety. I said, yes, I can. And now it's history. That's what it takes. A pure potentiality. To be present in the moment. So when we start living in the present, into our purpose, living into our full potential, sometimes we're going to experience some pain, some growing pains. Challenges pop up out of nowhere. Believe it or not everyone wants you to succeed. People see you coming and they don't want you to succeed. Succeed anyway. Live anyway. Thrive anyway. Thrive through the storm. Use every challenge that comes to you as a lesson. Change your mindset around it. Even though you know you're only a one-person company, man, that opportunity knocks. I can do it. Yes, I can. Because you know you can. Change your mindset. Believe in yourself. Because Source believes in you. And when you have Source running through you and you are in alignment with Source, there is nothing that can hold you back. And I'm not a proponent of toxic positivity. You know, I'm not saying that just because you're going through something negative, you need to act like you're positive. No, I want you to be positive. I want it to be for real. We all experience challenges and loss in life, so experience it. Feel it. Embrace it. Go through it with Goddess, and Goddess will bring you through it. There's a popular saying attributed to no one in particular that originates in Scripture in 1 Corinthians. It says that God brings you to it, God will bring you through it. I'm paraphrasing that. But if God brings you to it, God will bring you through it. Know that. Or if Goddess brings you to it, Goddess will bring you through it. Live your life fully, through the loss, through the grief, through the gossip, and you'll be stronger for it. You win when you learn from your losses. When you find the lesson within the challenge, and you come through it with your heart wide open, beating in rhythm and harmony through your breath, that's when you co-create with God. All that comes to you is your good. Use it to step forward wiser, step forward braver. Use it to thrive. Purpose and potential. Purpose and potential and passion. The 3 P's. Have a passion for your purpose. Passion to live your life joyfully. to thrive. Fulfill your soul's agenda. What's that? Oh, you said, what's that? What is my soul's agenda? It's your purpose with a particular passion. Like Jay's singing. That is his purpose, and he has a particular passion for it. You can feel it. You can feel it. When he lets that voice go, you feel the passion. You feel the purpose. So resolve to follow your passion with abandon. Abandon is a lack of inhibition, a lack of restraint, a lack of resistance, not reckless abandon. I don't want you to be reckless in any way, but I want you to be intentional. Be intentional, purposeful, passionate, with abandon. What you doing? What is it that is your nature? What do you do effortlessly? And are you pursuing that with passion? Or are you working a job for a paycheck? And that's okay if you are. If you said, yes, I have to. Yes, you may have to right here and right now. But no, your purpose, and be going forward. Get in alignment. And when you are fully in alignment, everything's going to come together. And you will no longer have to work that job for a paycheck. You will be living your purpose with passion. When you are able to do that, live your purpose with passion and get paid for it, that is co-creating your life in full alignment with Source. If you're doing what you would happily do, even if you didn't get paid, and we're not going to tell HR about that, we'll keep that secret. If you're living in that reality, you're doing it. And if you're getting paid to do what is your joy, what you would do for the fun of it, that's co-creating a magical life with God. And you're breathing the rare teachings on prosperity and abundance. And you can also have your group meetings, maybe with your group that you had in the fall, and maybe a whole new group come together. And I am so excited to share these prosperity teachings with you. You're going to be so excited about it because we will all be on that togetherness of living in prosperity and abundance. Do what you love to do until you are a master. Whatever it is you love to do, master it. You're unique and individually created. Be a lifelong learner, always approaching life with that beginner's mind. The Buddhists call that Shoshin. Shoshin means to have an attitude of openness, of eagerness, and a lack of preconception. If I had gone into that meeting thinking, I'm just a one-woman company, all I can do are a few service calls here and there, and I can do those well, I would be going into that meeting with a preconception of what was available for me. And when he said, here's what we would love to have you do, I said, okay, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that because I knew that it was coming from Spirit. I knew that it was the answer to my prayers. It was the answer to my prayers, and I needed to grab hold of that to live in abundance. It's the way forward into mastery. Doing what you do, taking the opportunities that come to you. Love what you do. Do it with passion and abandon. Always eager and always joyful. Just do it. Find out, figure out what that is. What is your joy? What is your joy? And become a master. Live in that pure potentiality. Get out of your story of pain. The reason you stay in pain is because you've become stuck in it, comfortable in it. Even though you know it's not good for you, you're attached to it. And every time you try to let it go, you pull it back in. You pull it back in with that lifesaver that you threw out to it and said, oh wait, no, don't get too far, I'm not sure. Let me stay with that. You don't have to do much or be responsible for much. Once you claim that story of pain and victimhood, it's a built-in excuse. You don't have to do anything. You can always say, oh, no, that's not for me. Yeah, no. Just say no. Say no to that, because that's always your choice. That's always your choice, to be a master of pure potentiality. Learn from the challenges and let the pain fall away. It's not who you are. Breathe. That pain is not who you are. It's not in alignment with source to sit in pain and become that victim story. Step into the sun and look up at the rainbow. Leave the storm behind. Rise up like Maya Angelou when she encouraged us when she said, my mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive. And do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style. Yes. So get out there, put your shoulders back, live in the present moment, co-create your life with God. Live with happiness, with harmony, with togetherness, with positivity, and live a magical life. And so it is.
And so it is.
Yes. Thank you. So now I'm going to call one of our board members up with the offering. So, like I said, you got to live your purpose wide open, and that means giving as well. We are a spiritual community. We do so many good works in our Neighbor to Neighbor initiative and our Neighbor to Neighbor backpack plan and stocking the pantry, and also paying the rent here, paying for microphones. You know, they're all that too. And we depend on you to make sure that we have the funds in order to do that. To keep coming to you with a spiritual message. To keep coming to you with the songs. To keep coming to this sacred space for service, to do all the good things that we do with classes, to bring in Kim Cynthia, to talk to you about her books. So let's keep all that good running, because it's our purpose. We know it. We know it. Be in happiness, be in joy. And so let's bless our offering and our tithes with the abundance prayer. The abundance of God is my infinite source. I now open my mind and my heart to give and receive all God's good, all God's prosperity, all God's abundance. As God is my source, all things are possible. And so it is. So it is. Yes. And now, if you can listen.
Thank you, Reverend Kimberly. And, when she's talking about staying in alignment with Source and keeping our heart open, even when we're going through difficulties and problems in our life, and being reminded that how much we need one another to hold us when we can't see it for ourselves. And that's this song that I'd like to share with you from Lauren Daigle on Hold On To Me. And I ask each of you to hold on to me and to each other as we move forward, no matter what's taking place in our lives. The best of me, barely breathing, when I'm not somebody I believe in. Hold on to me when I miss the light. The night is stolen when I'm slamming all those doors you opened. Hold on to me. Hold on to me. Hold on to me when it's too dark to see you. When I am sure I've reached the end. Hold on to me when I forget I need you. When I let go, hold me again. Can I work defending when I'm tired of all my pretending? Hold on to me when I start to break in desperation underneath the weight of my expectation. Hold on to me. Hold on to me. Hold on to me when it's too dark to see you. When I am sure I've reached the end. Hold on to me when I forget I need you. When I let go, hold me again. I could rest here in your arms forever, 'cause I know nobody loves me better. Hold on to me. Hold on to me.
So we've already done the good news. So just a reminder that we have our prayer box in the back. So if you have a prayer request, you can also meet with one of our prayer chaplains. So if you're a prayer chaplain and you're here, please, after service, go to the back. And anybody who needs to come for prayer, they will be back there. And you can also give a written request. And when you give a written prayer request, that goes out to the entire prayer team that holds it confidential and holds you in prayer for whatever that prayer is. So fill out the prayer request. We did a call for that last week, and we had so many, and that was so beautiful and so wonderful. The prayer team loves to hold that space. They love to live their purpose, which is to be there for you in prayer. So let's have a peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was sent to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let this begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it be
For peace begins right here and right now. So together, let's affirm the unity prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. For God is amazing. All the time. And all the time. God is amazing. And a special shout out to our board member, Chloe, who is over on the East Coast. We are holding you in prayer and holding you in love, and know that all is well. And so is it. And if you are here for Kim Cynthia's author lecture, just move up to the front. She'll be speaking from the podium.